seems like the lamestream media is catching on real late in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they're talking about stuff we've been talking about for the last week and a half. So we got the new audio out, the new audio with all the foreground noise taken out, with the background noise, and you can really actually hear what it's saying, and it's saying something real deep. So we're gonna go over that. Plus, we finna definitely get right on into this Nancy Grace this little thing she got going on. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm Jay Lava. I scour the internet so you don't have to. Let's go ahead and get right on into that there, boy. Let's do it now.
He was face down on the beach.
Here.
Oh, West Tip
Investigation.
You want to
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
What did we just hear? What was that? One more time, please.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
Water coming up.
Stopped working.
Investigation.
Oh.
You want to know what happened?
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
What did we just hear? What was that? One more time, please.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
Straight out to investigative reporter Crime Stories, Dave Mack. Did you just hear what I heard? Now.
Thank you for letting me know. I forgot I was muted. Thanks, bro. What I was saying was, I knew they wasn't going to use the black woman's take on this. Y'all know a black woman busted down, took all the music out, took the stuff out the foreground. You don't hear no voices. All you hear is everything in the back. I knew that how we got a better version than online circling around the internet than Nancy Grace got. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. But this is what I'm saying. Like, that don't make no sense right there. How we got the better bootleg version than Nancy Grace got. That's crazy.
This has been transcribed, and this is the CTO dispatch call. Because, Dave, when I first heard this, I thought, has this been doctored? Is this real? Where's this coming from, Dave?
Nancy, this is coming from from Mississippi, from the actual official. Okay, when we get into the Mississippi Fish and Wildlife and at the reserve putting this out for the public, this is not like from Dave Mack's recording. This is an official recording, Nancy, that is being issued, and it's shocking when you listen to this call for a tow, for the CTO. Going further into it, Nancy, you're picking apart all of the different voices that can be heard on this one phone call, trying to determine what is really taking place on this boat that is allegedly sitting in 31 feet of water, a depth of 31 feet. Right. And a bilge pump not working, claiming they're sinking, and calling for help. And yet, in the background, are we really hearing all of this other activity?
Guys, this was released from the MDMR, the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. Alexis Tereszczuk joining us out of LA, just joining us now, Crime Stories investigative reporter as well. Alexis, the transcription, I want you to listen to it, Alexis, as we play it again. This is obtained from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. It's not something we just found on TikTok. Listen.
CTO Assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
Okay, Alexis Tereszczuk, jump in.
So it sounds like before the woman starts talking, the operator, everyone in the background is saying, "Is he dead? Nolan, wake the up." And so they are concerned about Nolan. They're saying, literally, is he dead? Nobody has ever, none of the kids on this boat have ever admitted that anybody said that they thought Nolan was dead on the boat. This is the first time that we are hearing this.
What is the chance that this has been doctored in some way, Alexis Tereszczuk? Because circulating on the internet was a scene where another young man was face down being attacked on the sand. That was not Nolan Wells. That's not Nolan Wells. Repeat. So there are bottom feeders that are fabricating evidence and circulating it, and it's whipping up all sorts.
Wait a minute. Who is she called? Wait a minute. Nancy? What the hell? What are you talking about? Nancy be talking slick as hell. I hope y'all be peeping that. Nancy be talking slick than a mug.
Of hostility. But regarding this, have you listened to it independently of any transcription?
I have listened to it. I've listened to it over and over, and I've listened to the audio where it's only the sound of the boy calling in and not the operator's voice. So it
So y'all know about the black woman's version. Y'all just don't want to put. You see, I did not just tell y'all that. Didn't I just tell you that? Oh, so y'all know about. So y'all know about the black woman's version. Y'all use the black woman's version. Okay, all right, cool.
it takes a little bit of the distraction out, and you can just hear the voices. The one friend saying, "Is he dead?" And we are hearing somebody very worried. They're saying, "Is he dead?" Somebody, you think you might have heard them say Nolan right before that. Somebody then says, "Oh my God." So the thing is, there have been a lot of false videos. People have said there was a video where Nolan was screaming, saying, "Give me my phone back." His friend says, "No, that's me in the video." There have been tons of AI generated videos and images and things, but this is the official audio from the organization.
Okay, let's hear the audio to which you are referring. Listen. Now, it's my understanding, Dave Mack, that sound we just played is real sound. That is not doctored sound, but someone else claims that's them saying, "Give me my phone back." That is not Nolan Wells. Explain.
Well, Nancy, what we have is some friends that were also out on the boat trip out to Horn Island that were with Nolan Wells and were friends with Nolan Wells, claim that was him, that he was the one that was saying, "Give me my phone back," that it wasn't Nolan Wells. So we've got an identification from the person who says, "I was the one saying that. It wasn't Nolan Wells." And when you listen to the audio, Nancy, it does seem like it is not Nolan Wells saying, "Give me my phone back." It sounds like the guy claiming it.
Guys, a lot of confusion surrounding the audio that has been released by the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. This, as we are also learning about an offer made by the United Cajun Navy to Ben Crump, who is representing Nolan's family, to Todd Terrell joining us, the president of the Cajun Navy. Todd, thank you for being with us tonight. Todd, explain to me the offer that you guys made to Crump.
Well, first of all, I want to make sure that I really am specific about the words I use because I don't want things taken out of context. Me personally, as president of the United Cajun Navy, made a call to Mr. Crump and offering him our services for dogs, cadaver dogs, and specific scent dogs. I never heard back from him. Our incident commander, Josh Gill, did speak to Liza Parks, I think he's one of his lead attorneys or whatever, and offered the services as well. The rumors about us talking to Mr. Crump, personally, I want to set the record straight. Nobody, myself, nor anyone from United Cajun Navy spoke personally to Mr. Crump. We did reach out and make an offer, but we did not hear back from him.
Okay. Much has been made of the offer to, was it cadaver dogs, scent dogs, or both, Todd?
It was both. It was cadaver dogs and specific scent dogs. And, some of this needs to be clarified.
Okay.
And we did make an offer, but we did not hear from him himself.
Gotcha. There's a lot of people on the team. So who is it that you said you guys contacted or spoke with?
Liza Park. And we have a phone record. Our guy, Josh Gill, my incident commander, on the 13th, left her a message. And on the 14th, they reached out to her and I think got back. I think it was 9:51 on the 14th. There was a 23-minute call with Josh Gill, our incident commander, and Liza Park, who I believe is Mr. Crump's lead attorney. And so they knew well what we did, the credentials of the dogs, and what our specific offer was. So they knew it ahead of time.
To Marie Pereira joining us, veteran criminal defense attorney. She is also a domestic violence expert and a registered nurse to boot. Marie, thank you for being with us tonight. Here's the deal. A lot has been made that Nolan Wells' family turned down an offer to have the boat searched with cadaver dogs, which, if they had hit on the boat, would suggest a dead body had been on the boat. Here is the fly in the ointment. It's not their boat. They can't give authority or permission or privilege for anybody to get on that boat and search the boat. So the fact that Crump's team didn't call back means nothing. They were not authorized to give authority or privilege or permission for anybody to board that boat, much less a cadaver dog or a scent dog.
You nailed it. And it's not his job or anybody else's to do what the police need to be investigating. After hearing that audio and knowing all the facts, they should be investigating this like it's a homicide and stop with the he say, she say from all of those kids on the boat who are presumed innocent at this moment, but I'm seeing and hearing guilt. Just off the fact that they even had his phone, that part. Why did you even have his telephone? I will never get over that, because even as an adult, my phone is my life. If I'm staying back doing anything, I'm staying with my phone. So they need to be investigating all of those kids, interviewing them piece by piece, one at a time. And I promise you, somebody's going to break and tell the truth here.
Joining me is Marie Pereira. You know, in any criminal investigation, the first thing you do is get all the parties, all of them, and you separate them, and you question them separately. You give them a waiver of their rights. They read it, they sign it, you read it out loud to them, you get all this on video, and you ask each one separately what happened before they have a chance to get together and talk. I'm not saying the friends are guilty. I'm not saying they're innocent. What I am saying is that would have been proper police procedure. For all we know, it did happen. It doesn't sound like it happened, but for all we know, it may have happened. The next thing you do is you ask them, would they willingly take a polygraph? Now, you and I, Marie Pereira, know that in a criminal case, polygraphs are not allowed into evidence unless they are stipulated, agreed to, before the polygraph is taken. It's the only way they come in. Now, in civil cases, they're allowed in. Think of O.J. Simpson. Didn't come in the criminal case, did come in the civil case, and P.S., he flunked it. That said, that's what you do. You separate them, you talk to them, you record it, you get their waiver of rights, you read their rights out loud on video, then you talk to them. Not hard. Next thing, you bring cadaver dogs and scent dogs on that boat. Now, scent dogs are going to hit on the boat anyway because they state Nolan was on the boat. So they're going to pick up Nolan's scent on that boat. Cadaver dog, whole nother story. And another thing, I would get a search warrant for it. You may not need a search warrant because a moving vehicle, as you know, Marie Pereira, under U.S. v. Carroll, that was the case that goes all the way back to moonshine days, bootleggers. If it's exigent circumstances, in other words, the evidence could leave. In that case, it was a car that was weighted down in the back. And the prohibitionists thought there was moonshine in it, and there was, and they stopped the car because the evidence would have been gotten rid of. Same thing with the boat. You may not even need a search warrant, but you could get one. That said, that should have been done day one. To Todd Terrell, President Cajun Navy, you guys have at your access scent dogs and cadaver dogs. Do you believe, Todd, that any evidence of a body on that boat would still be detectable, even now?
Not speaking specifically in this case, but in past cases, we've had dogs detect body, blood and smell months and even years later. Our biggest thing was you got to eat this elephant one piece at a time. And if no one thought there was anything on that boat, they should be willing to allow dogs to go on the boat. So for us, it's a matter of just as another tool. It's a tool to use. You know, dogs aren't 100%, but these dogs are pretty damn close to it.
Joining me now is Elliot Connie out of Arlington, Texas, psychotherapist. He's author of Change Your Questions, Change Your Future. He's president and founder of the Solution Focused Universe. He's a star of Family Therapy Podcast and upcoming The Elliot Connie Show. Elliot, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
You know, both sides are so ready to jump on each other. I imagine, I'm guessing, I don't know what Crump's thinking, but he did not have authority to release that boat. It's not his boat. That's like me telling you, Elliot, sure, go ahead, search Dave Mack's house. I don't care. You've got my permission. That's not my house. I can't give permission for you to go search it. So it's really simple.
That's absolutely right. It's really simple. I don't really understand so much of this. Like, people are, like you said, they're one side is going after the other instead of just accepting really logical things like the point that you're making here. Like, the family does not have the right to tell the other family what they can and cannot do with the boat, and other people are using that as evidence that there's something somehow wrong with what the family is saying, when all they really want is justice. And justice is the pursuit of truth. And it just seems to be triggering people in such an odd way that I, quite frankly, don't understand.
Guys, I want to circle back not only to the beginning of that MR, Mississippi Department Marine Research call. I want you to hear more, a different segment of that SEATOW, that's SEATOW call. Listen.
Right, looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right, is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is it aground is the question?
No, we're not aground. We are in 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
All right, have to ask. What do you want to do? Do you want to be towed back?
I want to get this boat unsank and towed back, yes.
All right, where would you like it towed to, sir?
You can tow it to Ocean Springs Harbor, or Fort Bayou Launch.
You know, it just struck me. He's got reception. Why is everybody saying you can't make calls and you can't take pictures because there's no reception? He's out in the middle of the water at those coordinates and he's got reception. Remember that? Remember that, Alexis Tereszczuk, Crime Stories investigative reporter? We were told at the beginning that items were not deleted off Nolan Wells' phone, but he wasn't posting because there wasn't reception. But they're out in the middle of the water and they've got reception.
I said that.
They do. He has really good reception and you can hear it clearly throughout this call. But the stories maybe have changed a few times. First it was he didn't have any reception. The other was, nobody took their phones on the island because you had to wade through some water to get to it. And they even said, well, this is salt water, not fresh water, as if that matters to your phone when you drop it into it. But there are videos from the island. It's even some of his friends are in videos from the island. So people clearly had their phone. And the other friend was arguing when we're talking about the videos that people worry about that have said that it was him. His friend was seen in the video screaming, "Give me back my phone." The phones were there. Other kids had their phones.
Okay, but before I discount claims that Nolan did not have reception, I don't know what carrier he had. Maybe he didn't have reception. My point is, why everybody's screaming to shut this investigation down, I don't know, because these are very rudimentary facts that we don't have the answers to. He is talking about the boat taking on water. We are sinking. Come and get us. I want this boat unsank and towed back. But interesting, we learn that very boat took multiple trips later that very same night.
So first, at 9:56 a.m., the boat leaves the original dock. It arrives at Horn Island at 11:14. So at around 4 o'clock, there is a call to the Coast Guard about the boat. NBC News got a hold of it.
We're sinking. Can you all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
Everybody's on board. So does that mean Nolan is on there? Who was on that boat? At 4:31, the boat leaves Horn Island and it is towed approximately 3 miles, and then the tow ends. So after 3 miles, they go back to the original dock, okay? They arrive at 5:44 p.m. So it looks like this is where Horn Island is, and this is where the original dock is that I am referring to. I looked it up, and El Camino Real Road is in Gulf Hills, Mississippi, which is right above Ocean Springs. So I'm wondering if this is the house where they got the phone. Now, the boat travels to Fort Bayou. At 6:06, the boat returns to the original dock. Then, from the original dock, the boat goes back to Fort Bayou, and then they go to the boat launch, and it is put onto the trailer and moved by the vehicle. Did they drop people off at the original dock, travel to Fort Bayou, pick somebody up, and go back to that original dock? And then from there, why was there an hour and 13-minute time gap? This boat was sinking hours before, and then they're just having it docked for an hour and 13 minutes. You would think they'd want to get that boat out of the water ASAP.
That's from the Real TikTok Detective and from NBC. So it doesn't sound to me, Dave Mack, that the boat was sinking, because they're going all over in the boat. So if the boat's not sinking, why the sea tow call? Why the distress call?
Yeah, Nancy, the one thing you have to remember on that first sea tow call, you know, you hear them saying, we're in 30 feet of water, we're sinking, we need to be unsank and towed. But if you follow along with that communication, the sea tow company reaches out to a local captain nearby and says, hey, we've got a boat, can you go take a look? And the captain nearest to the boat says, hey, I just got a call from the owner of that boat. He says they've resolved the problem and don't need us anymore. So, and this happened during the course of 10 minutes, Nancy. So they're calling for help and then not calling for help. So something was definitely going on with this Triton 21-footer that they cannot explain.
Hi guys, American homeowners. The FBI, so why the 24/7 monitoring? To fix it. Use the link below, and good luck. We don't know the truth about the claim the boat was sinking, because it sure as heck doesn't look like it was. So why the sea tow call? That leads me back to the original sound from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. With me now is Todd Shipley, digital expert. Todd, listen to this.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
Joining us tonight, Todd Shipley, digital cyber crime expert, former detective sergeant, Reno, 25 years in law enforcement, and author of Surviving a Cyber Attack, and author of Investigating Internet Crimes, Solving Crimes in Cyberspace. You can find Todd at darkintel.info. Todd, how can I tell if this is real?
It was supposedly originally gotten from the government agency that supplied it. It doesn't sound like it's a complete video to me to begin with, because there should be more conversation. So where's the rest of the video would be or the audio then we can start to begin to forensically look at the audio to try to figure out and pull out the voices in the background. Because the question is, what are the people saying in the background? And what exactly are they doing? What sounds are in the background? Are they actually at the place that they say they are based on noise in the background and other things that are happening? So, I mean, we can look at a lot of those other things within the audio itself to try to identify what's there and what these people are saying, pull out those individual quotes and try to isolate them based on what they're saying and slow it down, speed it up, that kind of thing, and pull out the background noise so that there's nothing else, so we can just isolate those things. There's several things that can be done with this.
Todd Shipley, if you had this audio, what would you do digitally to clean it up, enhance it, and isolate it?
Well, there's, as I said, there's some of the things that we can do is we can isolate the different tones, the different signal pieces that are coming through there in the audio. We can take that and isolate the individual people that are in there and try to identify who they are. And that's done digitally. We can actually just isolate the different streams that are there and pull out those different audio pieces.
To all the members of the panel, I want you to listen carefully to this without reading the transcription. One more time.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
What'd you say? Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
Todd Shipley, the words, a man saying, "Wake the F up," I can discern that without reading it on the transcript. Where you hear someone say, "OMG," I can make that out. I can make out what I think is "don't die." They're screaming. What can you make out of this? Because if this is real, this changes the course of the investigation, Todd Shipley.
Well, it definitely does, and those are the things that we want to focus on. So we would look at adjusting the gain, taking out the static noise. We use tools to filter out different parts of the speech so that we can isolate that's being said and try to adjust it and make it more understandable. So there's editing techniques that we can use to try to figure out exactly what's being said, because that items in the foreground of the audio being the two people speaking on the phone are what we want to remove. We want to get to those other conversations in the background and try to isolate those by reducing the static that's there and adjusting the gain higher so we can understand what's being said better.
I don't quite get it. To Elliot Connie, psychotherapist and author, if items have been doctored, like the pictures I was describing earlier where a young man was face down on the beach getting beaten by a group of guys, it's not Nolan. I'm not sure the incentive for pouring gas on the flame, but we have to listen to this and we have to try and discern the truth.
Yeah, I think that's true. And I share your confusion. Like, people want to believe that this was an accidental drowning, to the point where anybody asking any questions is experiencing massive amounts of hate online, including Nolan's mother and family and father. And I think it's really important to ask these questions. To the point of the audio that we've been watching, there actually is a version of this that a sound engineer has done exactly what Todd was just talking about, removing the foreground noise and enhancing the background noise. And you can clearly hear them saying things like, "Wake the F up, Nolan." And the very one thing that you can clearly hear in all of these versions is them screaming Nolan, which, to your point, would turn this investigation in a very different direction just by knowing that Nolan was on that boat. And I think it's important that we ask these questions. I'm so glad that you are on top of this, because we need people like you with your platform that don't look like people like me advocating for truth, because people have such a motivation to protect these kids. And I don't fully understand it when the motivation should be pursuing justice and truth.
Speaking of attacks on Nolan's mother, listen.
The only question that we have is what happened to our son. That is the only question. We have consistently been degraded by the public. There's been questions about our parenting, our GoFundMe, this, that, and other. I've been called a racist. I am a healthcare provider, and I take my job very seriously. I love everyone.
Not only is Nolan's family getting death threats, reportedly, but so are the so-called friends that were on the boat.
Well, I mean, with everything going on social media right now, with people saying the crazy things that they're saying, I would never want to take the attention off of Nolan and his family. They don't deserve that. And, you know, for own personal reasons, I mean, I've gotten thousands of death threats. My family's got thousands of death threats. I couldn't bring myself to go because, you know, I got to put my own safety first. And even if that means, you know, missing my friend's funeral, I mean, it's horrible, and I wish I could have been there, but, you know, that's what's been going on, you know.
That is from the Officer Tatum show. Not only that, apparently law enforcement is getting threatened.
Our community is grieving the tremendous loss of Nolan Wells, who is loved and treasured by everyone. Nolan's family deserves answers, and our community deserves answers. Every death in the county, except those of natural causes and non-criminal car wrecks, are presented to your grand jury. Many people don't know that. We have handled death investigations in this manner my entire career. Nolan's case is being handled the same way, with the same care and the same commitment to the truth that we handle all death investigations. I understand the public's urgency to know what happened to Nolan, but we are not taking time for time's sake. We are taking the time required to complete the work this investigation demands.
For the record, because she's making me sick the way she's talking, this is her true form, okay? She's a devil. Don't let her lie to you. She is a devil. Do not let this woman lie to you, okay? She's making me sick. For the record.
Since Nolan was reported missing, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have worked around the clock investigating what happened to him.
Hi guys, Nancy Grace here. Please join us on Crime Story.
The work,
including
every piece of evidence, must be examined. Every credible lead must be followed to its conclusion. Every witness interview must be analyzed in context of all other evidence. The pressure for answers does not change what the work requires. Our responsibility to Nolan and our community is to complete this investigation thoroughly, carefully, without compromise, supported by the evidence and worthy of the confidence of the people we serve.
Let me translate that for y'all. I am a devil, and I'm going to do a devilish deed for Operation Save the White Boy. For Operation Everybody's In on it. She's lying. I just want to make sure we put the real faces with the names. You're lying, Angel.
That is the elected district attorney in that jurisdiction. Apparently, everyone is getting threatened and attacked. That's not a very good climate in which to do your job, is it? Dr. Thomas Coyne, the chief medical examiner out of Tallahassee, District 8, toxicologist, pathologist, and neuropathologist, because everybody's taking heat. They're probably afraid to even walk to their car.
It does sound like a tinderbox out there. Yeah, no, I would. I certainly wouldn't want to be involved in that investigation myself as well. It's these can get pretty heated pretty
Dr.
quickly.
Coyne, sadly, you're getting dragged into it right now. Dr. Coyne, I need to talk to you about the body. And I'm going to circle back, everybody, to the Katie, the mystery Katie girl on Horn Island. Her sister spoke out on her behalf. Okay, and there's a problem with that, too. There is a discrepancy with that. But before I get to that, Dr. Thomas Coyne, thank you for being with us tonight. And yes, repeat, we're dragging you into it. Dr. Coyne, I understand why Nolan Wells's lungs were removed from his body and that the second examiner did not have them. He cannot complete his independent autopsy because he can't look at the lungs. I'm sure the doctor is looking at the lungs in Mississippi because they think you drowned. But why the throat? Why has the initial medical examiner kept the throat?
Well, I'll say anytime that you investigate a drowning, it's considered to be a diagnosis of exclusion, right? So you have to figure out why a person went into the water in the first place and why they couldn't get out. And let's assume, in this case, there was trauma that happened to a person or something that prevented him from getting out of the water. Well, if there was, let's say, a battery or a fight that occurred perhaps with injury to him and to his person, if a person, let's say, was maybe strangled or there was injury to the neck, if a person's been in the body of water for several days, especially floating face down, there's probably going to be some considerable decomposition. And one of the ways that we determine if there's trauma to the neck or if there has been, like, say, strangulation, is if there are hemorrhage in the neck muscles surrounding the airway, and if there's fractures to the cartilage and bones that are within the neck. But if there's some considerable decomposition, the blood that's within the major neck vessels can begin to leak out into the surrounding muscles and make it very difficult for you to differentiate actual hemorrhage from artifact of decomposition. So what they may be doing is preserving the neck itself to digest away all of those tissues, to really examine the bones, the highway bone, and the tracheal cartilage to get a better idea of whether or not there's any trauma or fracturing to those structures. That's the only thing I can think of that why you would want to keep those particular structures. Understand that there's no significant or no specific finding at autopsy that allows you to diagnose drowning, even the lungs. So the lungs may have evidence of, fresh water or salt water, by looking under the microscope, but you can't tell whether that was active or passive movement of water into the lungs, if this was a body that was thrown into the water after death or a person who actively drowned. And so I don't know why they're saving the lungs, but the neck structures, I can make the argument that they're trying to get a better look at the neck cartilage as well as the bone, the highway bone in the neck.
So, Dr. Coyne, that was a lot.
Right.
But two things jump out at me. Number one, are you telling me that the neck, Nolan Wells's neck, may have been retained by the initial medical examiner because the medical examiner cannot tell the difference in a bruise or damage in life, such as a fight, a strangulation, can't tell that from blood diffusion post-mortem during decomp?
Yes, there's that's one of the possible reasons. Your neck muscles have a lot of what's called myoglobin, red proteins that are present within the tissue. You have the blood that's within the jugular and carotid arteries that are along those muscles in your neck. Decomposition can discolor everything red, can allow movement of blood into tissue. And so if there is some confusion about whether or not hemorrhage in tissue is due to decomposition or due to actual injury, they may do a deeper look at those structures. And so that can include microscopic sections, taking actual tissue sections from that area, looking at it under a microscope, and perhaps also removing all tissues from those structures to just look at the cartilage.
That's a lot of words, Coyne. I like you, Dr. Coyne. I respect you, but just as a yes, no, if I can even form the question accurately, Are you telling me the medical examiner, the initial medical examiner, may have kept Nolan's throat because he can't tell the difference in an attack on the neck versus decomp, blood dispersion during decomp?
If there was significant decomposition, that may be one of the reasons. I've never.
All right. So I'm
received
taking that. Yes, that could be it.
So yes, absolutely. I can't think of any other reason. In drowning, sometimes you have less than 10% of drownings. There's the hypothetical dry drowning where a person can have a spasm of the neck muscles once you swallow water. But there's no physical finding that you could look at autopsy that would prove that. So I can't imagine they would save the neck for that reason. The only reason I can think of is that they're looking at the underlying structures a little more clearly.
So I don't think I need my medical degree, and I don't think I have to be the chief medical examiner in District 8 there in the state of Florida to figure out the first medical examiner kept his throat for a reason. What is the reason? Why the throat? Why not the foot? Why not the hand? Why the throat? There's something about the throat that the medical examiner is concerned about. You just heard Coyne explain it very clinically and in depth. I want to ask you something else. Can I see Dr. Coyne, please? Dr. Coyne, we were just showing you autopsy results, and it's from the second medical exam, the second doctor. That's it. Thank you, control room. On the back of Nolan's neck is deep subcutaneous reddening of the tissue. I've had one doctor, who I respect highly, tell me that that was pooling of the blood post-mortem. Well, I don't buy that because it wasn't pooled anywhere else on his body, on his back.
Right.
So why there? It's not pooling. I don't believe that. Then somebody else said, oh, that happened because his head was on the block at autopsy. Well, the block at autopsy is usually 4x13. That is 8x12. Plus, that doesn't make sense. You don't bruise post-mortem. So there would not be markings on his body from the autopsy. You can't bruise after you're dead. Your blood's not pumping.
No, that's not correct. It's not bruising. It's this red discoloration. If it was actual hemorrhage or hemorrhage in the tissue, which is a bruise, then they would have called it hemorrhage in the tissue. They're calling it red discoloration. When a body, especially a decomposing body, is on its back, it has to get transported from wherever the body is recovered to the autopsy facility. It remains in the autopsy facility until the autopsy is performed. Then the head is cut open to reflect the scalp back. So first of all, if there was significant hemorrhage there, the first autopsy should have noted that. I don't know what their findings are, but understand that virtue, the process of reflecting the scalp to open the head and then sending the body off to do that second autopsy can also contribute to discoloration just from drying artifact. But when a body lays on its back, especially a body, if there's significant post-mortem interval, yeah, you can certainly have red discoloration just from leakage of both skeletal muscle proteins as well as blood from all the capillaries and blood vessels back here. And it stains the tissue, and very common to get it on the back of your head. You can also get it on your back, but mind you, they're not reflecting the back to look at those tissues in the back, but they are opening the head. And so that's probably why you only see that red discoloration reported there.
I believe you're saying, I'm trying to interpret this from a layperson's point of view, that out of his whole body, he had blood settling on the back of his head at his occipital?
They're only looking at the back of his head, right? They're not opening up his back. When they do the autopsy is performed by a Y incision that's created in front, and those tissues are reflected backwards. They're saying that's red discoloration because it's different color from the normal color of the occipital bone. They're also, from that photo, they're just putting a red marker across the back of the occipital bone.
Dr. Coyne, to me, that didn't settle anything. But we can't settle anything because we don't have the full autopsy. So we're like the 5 blind guys feeling different parts of the elephant, trying to figure out what is it. Okay, we can't sign off until we address the Katie issue.
Uh-oh.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Alexis Tereszchuk, Crime Stories investigative reporter, but the friends on the boat say Nolan wanted to stay behind because of a girl he just met named Katie. Katie has been found, and she says no. He said he was leaving with his friends.
100%.
Do I have that much right?
100%
Okay.
you have that exactly
Let's
right.
take a look at what Katie's sister says. Put it up on the screen, please. Katie had a conversation, assumed Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat that he came out in. Katie made it home. She was on another boat, different people. Blah, 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 blah. Katie assumed the friends telling him to get on the boat would not have left him. Dave Mack, Crime Stories. What is Katie stating through her sister?
She is saying that Nolan did not stay with her on Horn Island, that she thought he was going back with the same people he came with. And by the way, got to add this, Nancy, Katie McCormick has been working with investigators, has been fully cooperative with them, the Wells family, and she says flat out that he did not stay with her. He went back.
Hi guys, Nancy Grace here. If you are a homeowner.
Well, what do y'all think about that interview? Because that ain't what the street's saying. We might as well just go ahead and get to the street right now. Because that ain't what the street's saying. Nope. We saying the call was a cleanup job. Check this out.
They spoke in code. That phone call was not just an alibi. That phone call was them speaking in code. Jeffrey Akerson? Yeah, try that. Try Jeffrey Akerson. Hey, Captain. Yeah, it's a bunch of kids. Yeah, they just sound so distressed. They said their boat is sinking, and I don't know. He just told me about his grandfather, but he couldn't give me any more information. Oh, I don't really have time to really help any non-members at this point. Yeah, but like check to see if Jeffrey's is, yeah. Oh, Jeffrey. Oh, his grandfather. Yeah, he called me and he said that, his grandson, they figured it out. They don't need any help at this time. But let me talk to the grandson, and then I'll call the grandpa. Click. Y'all. They're speaking in code. The captain is in on it. Vicky not in on it. That's why Vicky actually panicking. Captain cool, calm, collected. Oh, I don't really have time for any non-members, but Jeffrey's a member. So why did you? Because Vicky wouldn't let it go. So now the grandpa did call me, and they said they got to figure it out. So they're sinking, but all of a sudden they good? No. Yeah, let me talk to the grandson so we can. Y'all in on it. Captain is in on it. The tow company, the captain, yeah, they're gonna tow a boat to another island, a boat carrying Nolan. Why are they doing all this? Why? Does it seem like so many people are involved? A judge is going to lie outwardly. A sheriff is going to lie outwardly. They're putting careers on. The governor is going to lie outwardly.
They all did that.
This is an orchestrated system. They got a clean up network down in Jackson County, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. That's why a judge can confidently herself in what is supposed to be an ongoing investigation. That's why they can in your face tell you blatantly it's a drowning, not even showing an attempt to investigate.
Now, we would say she flying off the coop if they all didn't actually do that. They all actually did what she said. From Sheriff Ledworth to Tate Reeves to Stacy Turner to all of them. Now, come on now. She cooking.
Like, that's how, even though the whole world is looking at them, they can still continue to push forth Warren and Trayson and Javon to come lie to us because it's a network.
Come on now. Is she cooking? And what is the network about, y'all? What is the network about? You say, okay, it's a network. Okay, well, what is the network about? Hold on. The network is about doing what they've been doing. It come in all shapes and forms, I'm telling you.
It's a network. They got a cleanup network. This not their first rodeo. They've been done this. A lot of accidents that they've helped cover up, that they helped clean up after. So yeah, they are going to fight tooth and nail and take very aggressive moves because you expose one of them, you expose it all. You expose the network and they're done for it. Too many powerful people involved for that to happen.
Come
They're
on
gonna
now.
fight to the death. And so will we.
Come on now. I'm just saying. I'm making sure I like that video. She cooked out, though. She cooked out. So look, we gonna we gonna jump on the audio. Everybody got something to say about the audio. Everybody got something to say out the audio.
Booyah! Social media officially solved the Nolan Wells case. Oh yeah, that audio that we heard, it's even worse. It was just extracted by a professional audio engineer without using AI, and what you hear in this audio is chilling. They murdered Nolan Wells and tried to cover it the fuck up. Okay, all you racists out there, this is what we've been talking about. All you people that don't believe how demonic your little white children are when it comes to our black lives and our black bodies, here is the proof. They killed Nolan Wells and tried to cover it up, and everybody needs to go down, including that judge, everybody. The sheriff came out and tried to cover her up. The governor came out and spoke against the team, the legal team that is doing the work to get answers. The whole thing would have got swept under the rug if it wasn't for the collective staying on this case, not giving up, wanting justice for Nolan Wells, and knowing that these little devils had something to do with it. And here we have it.
Is it me? Or do everybody just keep referring to these folks as some damn devils? It ain't no other way. Why do they keep doing that? This is the new devil for the day, y'all. I had to get Bart. I had to get him. Nancy Grace is finna get a guest appearance as a devil too. Nancy Grace is the next one. Nancy Grace is the next one on the chopping block. She finna get it. I had to get Bart though. Bart had it coming. Oh yeah, I'm getting them. Every one of them. So let's just go on down the family tree. We got Bart. We got your girl Angel here. This is the district attorney. Then we got your boy Tate Reeves, head devil in charge, Mississippi governor. Then we got their little homeboy that just probably taking the fall, little Mark Levine. He a devil too. The coroner, Mr. Bruce Lynn, man, 4 horns, right? Then we go to the friends. Don't forget about the sheriff. Don't forget about Sheriff Ledworser. Don't forget about the sheriff. We're not. Yeah, Nancy Grace is next. I see somebody in the comments like, you need to make sure Nancy Grace. Oh, she getting it. Oh, I'm getting Nancy Grace. Don't you worry about it. She gonna get got. After all this little flip flopping she doing. Let's talk about Morgan. Morgan is one of them that know what happened to Nolan Wells. Yep. Eli Jax. When y'all be hearing that name Jax, that's him. Jax, that's him. Bad Suit Wyatt. Terrible Suit Wyatt. Country Bluebell. Mississippi Burning Suit Wyatt. That's him. Eric, the dude that's on the left side of on the left side of Nolan in that picture with all four of them in the picture that was on the boat. That's Eric. I'm just trying to make sure y'all get these faces with these names. The apple of everybody's eye. The one that Nolan was cradling. The one that Nolan was rubbing on them buns. They was mad about this one. Oh, Katie K. But Katie K done threw everybody on the bus. She don't know what happened. We smooched in the water and he moved on. Yeah, they did their little smooching and Cuz had to go. You see? Right? And then the other friend, Warren. Oh, y'all know who else next? You know who else I gotta get next? You know Tristan is next. You know Trace, whatever his name is. Tristan is next. So I got a couple devils to make. But Tristan is next. And then let's not forget when y'all be hearing them talk about the judge. Oh no, let's not forget about the medical examiner, Mrs. Stacy Turner, the one who head up all the investigations for death in the state of Mississippi, who has previously ruled suicide suspiciously on 4 other black deaths. Did you know that? That's her. That's her. Oh, yeah, Tristan is getting it. Tristan is definitely getting it. And then let's not forget about their mama. We can't forget Miss Ashley, the one that popped out, that jumped off the porch early, talking about where they left at 4:30. And she the one that's orchestrating everything. She's the one that's calling the shots. She the one that got the most juice, calling in the most favors. It's her. She look narcissistic? And I bet y'all didn't know that the tip hotline, that was her number. The tip hotline went right to her number, y'all. Willie D had it up on his joint the other day. The tip hotline went to her number in her chambers. Crazy, ain't it? Ain't that crazy? So from the start, it looks like, does it look like that I was justified in calling these folks who they was? We knew. I knew. I was Negro Damas. I was Negro Damas on them, cuz. Figuring it out on the early side of the game. But let her cook out, because she said devils and I went into a tangent.
Listen to the audio engineer's explanation on how she separated the audio files, and look at his transcript.
You know she got to explain it because she black. She got to qualify it. You know, they didn't want to give a sister no credit, you know what I'm saying, after using her little joint. Matter of fact, they didn't even use her joints. They kept the one on there with Cuz on the phone. But we got to go to the internet to listen to the one from the sister bust it down, though. It's cool.
Look at the fucking transcript. The first thing they say is, how can we cover it up? He's dead. This is what we've been talking about. And let's see the autopsy report. Is the coroner trying to cover it up too? Let's see the damn report. This is crazy.
Okay, so before I play this, I want to quickly explain what I did, what you're looking at on the screen, and why I chose to approach this audio the way that I did. As a professional audio engineer with experience in dialogue editing, dialogue cleanup, sound design, and post-production, I decided to work on that CTO call using traditional audio processing techniques rather than relying on any AI voice separation or AI enhancement. My goal was pretty much to preserve as much of the original recording as possible while making the quieter dialogue and background audio easier to hear. So I basically used techniques such as subtractive EQ, compression, gain adjustments, noise reduction, frequency isolation, and other traditional processing methods. So what I did was I separated Vicky, the C-tow dispatcher, from Warren and the audio originating from the boat so that I can concentrate more closely on what was happening behind and around Warren, pretty much on the boat. And I specifically chose not to rely on AI because aggressive AI enhancements and voice isolation tools can sometimes introduce artifacts and distort the speech or create ambiguity around the sounds that were originally present. And for something this serious, I wanted my processing to remain as conservative as possible. You'll also notice time code and dialogue written on the side of the screen and pop up during each segment. That dialogue represents what I personally hear as an audio engineer while processing and repeatedly reviewing these sections. I'm pretty much providing it as a listening reference, not as a declaration that my interpretation is the only possible interpretation. And that's important. I want you to listen for yourself, use headphones if you have them, listen closely, and decide with your own ears what you believe is being said. You can also return to the original unprocessed recording and compare directly with what you're hearing here. You'll also notice that my time code may not match the regular timestamp on the original uploaded video. And that's because I'm working inside a professional post-production timeline, a digital audio workstation, basically using SMPTE time code, which in film that's displayed in hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. Film and TV timelines are completely different from timestamps that you see when you're watching regular videos or when you're watching a movie and you hit pause. So basically the time code on the screen is there to identify the precise location within my working session, not to represent the elapsed timestamp displayed by the original video player. And I hope that makes sense. For this first video, I'm sharing only approximately 37 seconds of the call. I originally intended to continue much further, but once I separated the dispatcher from the boat and started concentrating exclusively on the background dialogue, what I believed I was hearing became extremely difficult for me to process emotionally, and I needed to take a mental break. But I wanted to release this portion because some of the details that stood out most to me occur very early in the call, like right at the top of the call. And so I'm gonna let the audio play. Read my transcription if you want to reference, but don't allow it to determine what you hear. I want you to listen first, listen again, compare it with the original recording, and then judge it with your own ears. I hope this breakdown helps. And my
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut the fuck up!
Lock them up. Lock them all up. We need to see murder and manslaughter charges and whatever else. Let it all stick. Lock them all up.
Straight up, though. Did y'all want to hear that again? Did y'all want to hear that one more time? Y'all think y'all want to put your ears on it one more time? Was that enough? Y'all want to hear it one more time? Let's go ahead and hear it one more time.
Breakdown helps. And my
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Oh, shut the fuck up!
Damn it, Bart.
Lock them up. Lock them all up. We need to see murder.
you hear. I want you to listen first, listen again, compare it with the original recording, and then judge it with your own ears. I hope this breakdown helps. And my
You killed him. Is he really dead? Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, Nolan. Nolan, wake up.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Oh, shut the fuck up!
Damn it, Bart. Damn it, Bart. Bart, damn it. I heard that. I heard Warren. I heard Bart. And y'all wouldn't believe this.
Some damn devils. It ain't no other way.
Y'all ain't no other way. Y'all some damn devils. Damn, Bart. Is that you, Bart? Bart, did you do it, Bart? Dang, Bart, y'all. That's how y'all get down? It sounds like they took the boy straight on out. I think we got a couple opportunities to hear it again, obviously, for some of the videos that I played. So I'm gonna run through them.
Y'all, they murdered Nolan Wells.
Yep.
There is brand new audio that had just gotten released. And you can literally hear them saying, "Wake up, Nolan. You killed Nolan." And the guy that admitted to it in this audio. This is actually confirmed audio. Look at this.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Oh, shut the fuck up!
Y'all.
Damn it, Bart.
They.
Damn it. Everybody got their little version of the joint. But look, this is what I was telling y'all about that phone number thing. Check this out.
Service Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update. And allegedly, Ashley Cole, Warren's mom, has her own tip line. Now, what's weird about this is this should be the Nolan Xavier Wells tip line, but as many people are reporting, it is so close with the two numbers that it is going to Ashley Cole's tip line. And some are speculating that she has this to get ahead of things and get tips of her own, but this is a big allegedly. why does she have a tip line, period? Or why is this going to her number? Can anybody explain this to me? There's just so many unanswered questions here. Now, I believe she's going to go on Officer Race Batum Tatum's show very soon. Officer Race Batum Tatum released a statement today that TMZ is saying that Nolan was on the island, according to his sources, which he hasn't revealed, and that
Foxy,
there's no way he could have been on that boat. He's calling that audio recording fake. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Secret Service Sam Out Samson for president of the...
That's what's up, Sam. I told y'all. I played the video the other day, you know, what Willie D said, but sometimes people don't believe it unless Sam say it or something like that. So, you know. But check this out. We ain't all tripping. Check this out.
Wait, the Nolan Wells case just got broken wide open, and it's about Bart. In that 911 rescue call or whatever, this is crazy. And Warren got caught in a lie or telling the truth. I don't know, but listen to this. Now, Bart's name came up in the 911 call. I'm going to tell you towards the end of the video what the significance is and what lie they got caught up in. And there's somebody trying to cover it up, or I don't know if they covered it up, but it's like misinformation going around. I'll tell you a lot about it. Listen to what Warren said in this interview.
We're all freaking out. All of our, we're not focused on anything else other than the boat. Well, then eventually my buddy Bart on the tide line is like, I'm going to pull y'all out. Eventually Bart pulls us out. We left at 4:30, but we really weren't pulled out away from everybody. We were probably about a quarter mile out, and we had the towing strap.
Now, there's only one problem with what Warren said.
Right.
Bart initially said he wasn't there.
Come on now.
Matter of fact, he had tweeted that Bart was in Wyoming for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then not to mention, in that audio, a lot of people think we hear, damn it, Bart, like Bart did something to Nolan. But now that they've been quiet. And then all of a sudden, now that we hear this audio with all his names being named, and it says that something happened to Nolan, TMZ comes out with a story talking about, we're told there are 2 witnesses who say they saw Nolan on the island after the boat left. And I don't like it. What if I told you? I don't believe those witnesses.
Hey, first of all, let me tell y'all, TMZ been on some bull. Like, TMZ been on some real shady, shiesty. Man, it's crazy some of the stuff I done seen on TMZ. You know? But check this out.
Wells case, Mississippi, covering it up. This audio is literally proof that they are covering something up.
Yeah.
They literally said, can we cover it up?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, they murdered him. Like, Mississippi, you got some explaining to do. So where's all the conservatives' excuses now? Where y'all at? Y'all still gonna say they didn't do it? Y'all still gonna say systemic race don't exist? Where y'all at? And we're not surprised because one of the boys, a so-called friend of Nolan's, is a lawyer. They deactivated their accounts. One of them went to a podcast interview before they went up to the police report, before they told the parents what actually happened. And what friend goes home without reporting to the police? Like, if real friends wouldn't even go home until they find their best friend Nolan.
Right.
They are not Nolan's real friends at all. And Dwight's grandpa really even refused to help.
A lot of people on board. He says he thinks about 7. I'm guessing they're all under 18. And I'm not trying to be rude. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Do you know what kind of boat it is?
He said a Triton 24 footer, but that's all he can give me.
I just actually got off the phone with his grandpa, who I'm guessing is the owner of the boat, and he said that they, Jerry, he said that they don't need any help right now, but if something changes, he'll call me back. So I'm guessing that they may have figured it out, because that's what he said. So they're in a panic and their boat won't crank.
Yeah, they're in a panic. He's saying the bilge is not keeping up. I asked for Coast Guard. He said no, but he's just really upset on.
In Mississippi, stop defending these boys just because one of the moms are lawyers. Yeah, we know what happened. Mississippi, where's the arrest? Arrest needs to happen.
I agree. Where are the arrests? Somebody need to be under the jail right now. It's just not fair. We got to keep it consistent. Look, everybody got this audio calls like what now?
We definitely know whatever happened to Nolan, it happened on that boat. Now, Trayston, you just one of them ninjas that's just too slick for your own good. You out slick yourself. Warren, you is the true definition of a white privilege spoiled brat. Now, Trayston, you sat there and you was all over the place. You tried to say that on the interview when you said no one wanted to see Nolan die. You tried to say that they chopped and screwed it. You also mentioned the key thing that you mentioned was you said yourself, I said something slick to Nolan about that girl. Everybody knows. Yeah. Everybody knows. Mm-hmm. When somebody says something slick to you, they are hating, and it's some kind of jealous and envy that they have for you. Let's listen to this.
Ding, 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 ding. Have we been saying that the whole time? Have we been saying that the apple of their eye, this girl, Katie, had these dudes, all of these dudes in a trance. This girl, Katie, had all of these dudes on one. Warren talking about you over there cradling my broad. Tristan talking about he said something slick. It's something about this broad, man. It is something about this broad. Was she like the little bait, put him out there, little bait on the string? Come on and get. Somebody said earlier, Nolan died chasing the snow bunny. Could be true. But we ain't talking about that. But this snow bunny had an effect on them little snow roaches. Because they crawling out the woodwork for this broad. They got their capes on for Katie. You better not say nothing about no Katie now. I said something slick to him. What you say? Yeah, he was over there cradling the broad. Just so y'all know, if y'all remember what he was saying, cradling. Never heard cradling in my damn life. But anyway.
Audio recording for the 1,000th time that the whole world done heard.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like, guaranteed. I don't have the tag
Unless
on
you
here.
have a
We got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at
Now, we definitely know whatever happened to Nolan, it happened on that boat. Now, Trayston, you just one of them ninjas that's just too slick.
I just want to hear it. He had to go in on Trayston first though. That dude is a weirdo. I ain't even gonna lie. Cuz is a weirdo. Cuz got some real identity issues. Cause he told his whole soul on them little interviews talking about, I thought I was one of them, but they betrayed me. They kicked me to the side. I thought we were all together because of the color of my skin. But the people who came through for me was my white side of the family. That boy was over there confessing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Breeze, for real. Over there confessing like a mug. They must think people stupid.
That's what I'm saying. These people think that black people are stupid in regards to this whole Nolan Wells situation. I'm telling you, but it's nothing new under the sun. These people have been doing this since the Emmett Till days. Because they have all the power, the judges, the coroners, the governors, the mayors, the police officers. They got all the high officials on their side. That's just how it goes. But they think we are stupid. Here's the thing that people are.
Have I not been saying this though? I've been saying the same thing. Thank you for the jewels, Jamaica, Jessica. I appreciate you. Look, I've been saying the same thing, man. This little thirst for these devilish little deeds has not gone away. It's still lurking up in there. Like they still got the taste for some Negro knuckles. Like it is what it is. I hate to just say it so cavalierly and casual, but I mean it's the gravity of it. The once you get a taste of something like that, once you tell your kids about something like that, you know what I'm saying, and they already got a little hate in their heart, they gonna be like, man, shit, I want it like grandma and them used to have it, like grandpa used to have it. Grandpa told me all the stories he used to do to you Negroes. I want to do that too. I mean, is that far-fetched? I seen what my grandpa and them used to do. My uncle used to do. They used to get drunk and sit us on the knee and tell us the stories about what they used to do to niggers. I want to do it too now. So let's just like stop. Let's cut the crap, okay? Let's cut the crap. Just cut the crap, all right? Just give it to me straight. All right?
Are insane. They want us to believe that Nolan just went out on a swim by himself.
Yep.
When you with a group of people, who goes out on a swim by themselves?
No, not only that though. For the people who say he drowned, listen to this, y'all. I want y'all to really understand what they're saying to you when they say he drowned. What they're saying is that his friends left him behind on the island and somehow he couldn't get a ride home. And he was all drunk and high out of his mind off of fentanyl. And he tried to swim back and he unfortunately drowned. That's really what they want you to believe. Plain and simple like that. Nobody saw him. Nobody touched him. Just, he was drunk. He was, unfortunately, he was drinking. And he tried to swim home, poor Nolan. and he succumbed to the golf. Nobody touched him. Nobody saw him. He waited till everybody was gone. He was scared to go to the tents on the island. He said, man, forget that. I'm Big Nolan Wells, the football star. I can make it to the crib. He chugs a beer. Ha! This golf ain't no match for me. I can backstroke home. Oh no, I can't make it. That's what they want you to think. Think about that. Seriously. Because if not, please explain to me, y'all, how it happened. I bet y'all it ain't gonna be he fell off the boat and his boys didn't go back and get him. Y'all ain't gonna say that. Y'all ain't gonna say he fell and hit his head and they panicked and didn't know what to do, so they just tossed him over. You ain't gonna say that. You ain't gonna say. They can't come up with an answer. You want to know why? Because that's the scenario. They want you to think that Nolan, in a high drunken rage, stayed after and missed all his rides. He missed all the rides. But I'm Nolan Wells, the football star. I'm finna just swim home. Because I'm trying to figure out what's the other story on how he drowned. Can somebody say that? Because I just keep hearing this reoccurring. Just the kid drowned. It was just a senseless drowning. Just get over it, guys. Guys, you just get over it. It was a senseless drowning. Well, then what happened? Explain to me what happened. I will take the best comment. What happened? How did this drowning occur? It don't got it. You shouldn't have to type a lot. You should just be like, he bam and then he bam. It should be the bam and then he bam. It ain't got to be all that extra. Okay, hold on. Here goes some nonsense, y'all. If he could swim, how? Oh, no, okay, that's one of us. Okay. I was about to go in on you, my bad. But you got a point, though. He said if he could swim, how you swim to land sounds stupid to me. If he was going to stay back, why not take your phone and your keys? Lies on video. You clearly see he had on a life vest. What's next? He ain't try to swim. That's what happened. I'm waiting. I'm trying to see this story y'all coming with. Okay, so if it hasn't been confirmed, if he hasn't drowned yet, well, it's just best you guys wait for the facts. That's right, guys. Hey. You black people, you blacks in the chat. How about you guys just wait for the facts? How about you just wait for the facts, huh? You guys are jumping the gun a little bit here, okay? Can you just wait for the facts? That's what I'm saying. What facts? I'm trying to give me this scenario where he accidentally died. Please tell me. She said, I think they killed him. I think they killed him in the boat and had little to drink or took advantage of him and then covered up the story. But how did the body get to the other island? Because it was 3 boats involved. It was 3 boats. And they all live close to the joint now that we done find out Wyatt's house is boom. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a hop skip. It's a skip and a hop. It's not really done. And then think about what we know that's already been out in the news now. Think about what we know. How your boat's taking on water, but you didn't roll to all these other places though. But your boat's taking on water. Y'all about to go down. I'm in 31 feet of water. I'm about to go in. No, we don't. No. They was about to go down, but then they rode all around the town. So that's where the body could have been switcherooed and the gwitcherooed. If you remember the video from the beginning, Shorty said that them folks might have been in on it. I mean, when you got money and all of that, you can make things happen. Y'all remember Pulp Fiction when somebody was in a jam, they called a little white dude, right? Remember we was at Pulp Fiction at the dude's house and the girl, everything happened and just went to crap. He got on the phone and he called the white dude, and the white dude came over there in the midst of everything, sorted it all out, and got it all together. And I submit to you that art doesn't only imitate life, but life imitates art, and both vice versa. These stories that they show you come from somewhere. Thanks for the jewels, the silver star. These stories come from somewhere. Just think about this, like the Wolf of Wall Street. Those stories, they don't seem bizarre because you're talking about people who got the means to do it. Okay, well, we're talking about people who got the means to do it. Then when we talking about the good old network, then when we talking about, I keep coming back to this. Look, even not directly participating in the lynching, just knowing that it went down and people was getting away with it and it's covered up, that's enough for them. Because you know they're going to pass around the pictures and the videos on a private server or something like that. You already, come on, man, let's stop acting like, man, did y'all see them e-files? Did y'all see any of the files? Did y'all see any of the files? David, did y'all see any of the files? See, I'm not finna keep playing no games like we don't know what these people is capable of. So you mean only the high level ones meet up on islands and yip yap yippity skip skibby? You telling me the ones that's close to ain't trying to aspire to be? Woo wop the bam bam skippy? I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get us. See, look, like when we no, we ain't doing the music right quick because see, they trying to get. You notice I'm cooking. You notice when I'm cooking, when I'm putting them 2 to 2 together. No. Listen, y'all. These the same people that like to pull them capers. And look, this make the little workers jump outside their body. They get mad when we get to talking like this. Because, see, now it ain't no longer work. Now they feeling it personally. So they got to say something now. When you get to talk about they traditions and they culture. What is their culture? In Mississippi. What they used to do. So much they made songs about it. What you think the song Strange Fruit was about? That's a lot of people. Hey, would you get him? That is a lot of people that this has happened to for somebody to make a song about it. And they jailed her up. Yeah, they jailed her up for even singing about it. That's right, JG. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. Let's not get off the realm of who we're actually dealing with. For all of this little gaslighting and the dumb stuff that they say in the chat, so damn what? Dish your people. It's your people. And that's what got them seething. They over there bubbling. You got to take this L, heathen. You got to take this L, y'all. You got to take this L. Yeah, see, you can tell, look, they be jumping outside of work. They be. Yeah. I love it, though. See, that let us know, y'all, that let us know off top 100% that we on the right track and we talk about the right stuff. Jack, thank you, sir. That lets you know we on the right track and talking about the right stuff every time. Every time. Oh, yeah. So, and this, listen, I don't know if y'all been hearing them notifications while I've been on here, but these right here, this is the best thing that I started doing. I need to start sharing this with Facebook. I be so inundated with a lot of content. I'm trying to grow a lot of, but this right here, this is what we getting all these dings for. I just put up this boy, this boy right here. Oh, he finna be up there. Hold on real quick. This dude right here. Thanks, Jack. Chico, good looking out. This dude right here, I just put him up. I'm getting all the notifications right now. Y'all would not believe. You're gonna get sued. You know it's not fair, you know. And you know what I'm finding? His trajectory on the views on his videos going up so fast. He must have been the person of interest. This must be the person they're trying to protect. Because you know he a star kicker, football kicker. This the one. This the one they trying to protect, y'all. I should have made him a devil a whole lot sooner. But let my man's cook real quick, though. I want to hear what he had to say.
To believe that Nolan just went out on a swim by himself. When you with a group of people, who goes out on a swim by themselves?
Nobody.
Just think about it. If he told his partners that he was staying back with the girls, right, and they left with and then the girl, she leave, nobody thought of the bright idea. Well, where's Nolan? Like, why would she leave without Nolan if she knew that he was going back with her? That's what I'm saying. They think we stupid. Like, why would anybody? If I told my friends that I'm staying with you and I'm going back with you, why would I not leave with you? And why would you leave without me? And if you can't find me, how come you ain't say, oh, well, where's Nolan? How come there's no phone calls to Nolan phone saying, hey, you know what, where are you? Nobody had the bright idea to say,
Oh,
let
I
me
didn't
call
know,
and see what
Jack.
Nolan
Okay,
at.
baby, Jackie.
They think we are stupid. This is a cover-up if you ain't never, it's obvious, an obvious cover-up. It's obvious something happened. Somebody did something to that boy. Somebody did something to that boy and they're covering it up. And they want us to believe that he just drowned. They want that family just to chalk it up and say, oh yeah, he just drowned. It ain't nothing to see over here. These people are the devil. I'm telling you, they all gonna burn in hell. This thing.
I'm just saying. Am I on to something or am I on to something? Am I just putting up reels that a lot of people agree with, or am I just putting up reels that a lot of people agree with? I keep hearing this word uttered. I'm just saying. And y'all, listen, y'all heard it here first. That Foundational Foolery, Volume 1, with the hit song, Them Devils, is finna go platinum. I'm telling you right now on the Keep It P podcast that Foundational Foolery, the song Devils, is going platinum. That's all I'm trying to tell you. It's too popular. Y'all need to go listen to that, man. Y'all need to make that go, put that in your rotation. It's a smooth joint, man. I wish I could play it on here on the regular. You don't even know what I'm saying. But you need to listen to that, man. For real, for real, for real. On the for real side. I do a little dibble in the dabble in the dabble in the dibble dibbles. You know what I'm talking about?
They only glory. This world is their only glory, and they gonna die and burn for all eternity. Because this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. That's what I'm saying. These people think that black people are stupid in regards to this whole Nolan Wells situation. I'm telling you, but it's nothing new under the sun. These people have been doing this since the Emmett Till days. Because they have all the power, the judges, the coroners, the governors, the mayors, the police officers. They got all the high officials on their side. That's just how it goes. But they think we are stupid. Here's the thing that people aren't saying. They want us to believe that Nolan just went out on a swim by himself.
And that did not happen. It just did not happen. It didn't. It is the grand cover-up, y'all. It's the straight cover-up. And we know it. Everybody know it.
Off with the picture of Nolan with Wyatt, Warren, and Will. Okay, this picture right here. So because of that picture, we're thinking these are the only people that were on the boat. No. So apparently, according to the 911 call, there's about 7 people on the boat, which would make sense to why they was deleting stuff off of his phone. Because that way you won't see that the boy Bart is also on the boat. Because Bart tried to take to social media immediately when his body was found and say that he have not been home.
I told y'all, I ain't the only one that caught that. I told y'all, oh, Jack, I ain't no boo, but I got you, mommy dearest, okay? But I'm telling y'all, I ain't the only one that caught that.
That is a lie.
Oh, my bad. Dang.
Nolan with Wyatt. Because that way you won't see that the boy Bart is also on the boat. Because Bart tried to take to social media immediately when his body was found and say that he have not been home. That is a lie. That was a lie, because Bart was on the boat and the 911 call tells us he was on the boat, because from what I can hear and in the enhanced audio, it said, somebody says that Bart did it. Allegedly.
Miss
911
Sunshine,
operator, I'm not saying she's at fault at all, but I feel like she should have sent the Coast Guard, because it was too much action going on in the back of that call for it to just be ignored. Also, one last thing. Bart, the boy Bart that I'm saying, Bart lives, his family home is on Fort Bayou, and they have a boat ramp and everything. Anyway, I'm gonna just anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah.
And yeah, justice for Nolan, because even if it was an accident, the cover up is what makes it just horrible. Why cover it up? Why not say when they called 911, Warren, who also did the interview with the cop, he should have immediately been saying there's been an accident on the boat. Please send emergency services. If it was me, that's what I would have done. Because it was a possibility that the boy was still alive. It's off.
Right. And speaking about that interview, check this out.
So, obviously we were in emergency. The boat, we're trying to save the boat. It's not like we didn't ask Nolan or we just left Nolan. Nolan decided to stay on the island with the girl that he was with. And the girl is a witness to that too.
Yeah. I'm glad you cleared that up, because...
Officer Tatum, please bring your raggedy behind to the front of the class. Every time Warren starts to talk about what happened to Nolan, there is a jump cut. There's nothing for me to analyze, because whatever happened during that cut is what told the truth about what was going on. And all I do have to say about this is that the reason why this is useful is from a storytelling perspective, because two things are intrinsically linked: the sinking of the boat and what happened to Nolan.
You told him to get on boat, he didn't. What's the truth in that?
Well, Wyatt was having boat issues, and
as though in his mind-body connection, those are the same two events. And with this new audio that just came out from the CETO, it makes more and more sense to me why those two events are linked, because the two events happened at the same time.
Allegedly. Right? For y'all to just coming in, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. Also, there's 3 different chats going on, 3 different chats. So if you want to see the chat real big, you can go to the landscape video. How do I get to the landscape video? Well, you click on my face and you go to the channel and you click on the one that's the landscape, and you can see the chat from everybody all together. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like too as well. You did. You know what I'm talking about? And for everybody just coming in, I've seen a couple new faces. Let's get a little update. I love shouting Jessica Brown with the update. What's going down? Go ahead, Jesse.
Nolan Wells apparently went on that trip to Horn Island on 4th of July as a reconciliation process, because apparently Nolan had fallen out with all of his friends.
Dun, dun, dun. What you say, baby?
Nolan Wells apparently went on that trip to Horn Island on 4th of July as a reconciliation process, because apparently Nolan had fallen out with all of his friends. Allegedly. Allegedly, there was some kind of disagreement, and Nolan at this point was not on good terms with the group. However, this trip to Horn Island was planned in an effort to reconcile their differences, whatever they may be with the group.
Now, hold on. Come on, man. It'll be a good time to catch up with the boys, man. Katie will be there. You know, Katie will be there. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Katie, man. Katie's gonna be there, bro. Come on now. Y'all better listen.
The person that has communicated this fact has requested to remain anonymous. Also did not go on the Horn Island boat trip because he or she already had preliminary plans, but felt that it was extremely important for him to share that piece of information. Did we all forget to mention that we had just fallen out with our friend, and our friend went on a boat with us to across a body of water, knowing that we had already had some identified differences?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When we be talking about what we be talking about, it's funny how we be talking about what we be talking about, and then somebody else, it's innate telepathy too. It's just innate telepathy too. Like it's just the sprinkles.
And you know what's happening, right? The people are talking, the people are falling apart. The storyline is not going to make it to the grand jury because the truth will be intertwined into all the foolishness that could show up. What y'all think about that? Nolan Wells apparently...
You know what? Let me address the busters. It's about time we get on the busters real quick. Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question.
Why does it seem like white people have the statistics for black on black crime on deck? Y'all can spit that shit back to us like you've been sleeping, eating, shitting, breathing, all of that shit. However, you don't know anything about the statistics for pedophilia?
Why is that? Uh-oh. Are we going to talk about a subject that's popular to you guys? Oh, let's get on that. Let's get on that. Go ahead, sis.
None whatsoever? You don't know that you are the leading demographic in it? If you concentrated on pedophilia in the white community, the way that you concentrate on black crime in our community, I bet you the Epstein files wouldn't exist.
Damn. Ooh, watch the numbers get low now. Watch the numbers get low, Peppa. Peppa, the numbers is finna get low. They can't stand the heat. They finna get out the kitchen. They can't stand the heat. Or the Twitter fingers is finna set off about now. Ooh. Damn. I'm just waiting for the numbers to drop a little bit. Cause she cooking with hot grease.
The reason why.
Hold on. We're going to go back.
This story is...
Why does it seem like white people have the statistics for black on black crime on deck? Y'all can spit that shit back to us like you've been sleeping, eating, shitting, breathing, all of that shit. However, you don't know anything about the statistics for pedophilia? None whatsoever? You don't know that you are the leading demographic in it? If you concentrated on pedophilia in the white community, the way that you concentrate on black crime in our community, I bet you the Epstein files wouldn't exist.
Woo! That was a mouthful. Look, he like, what heat? I'm not mad. Who is that? Electra Star? You on shift? See, look, this how we get at them when they on shift. Look, they be stepping outside their professional mode. Now, what heat? I'm not mad. Yes, you is, because you wouldn't have typed, I'm not mad, if you wasn't mad. Buster.
The reason why they throw that shit in y'all faces all the time, black on black, is because y'all excuse bad behaviors. You could never tell me otherwise. You would see a baby twerking and you guys are clapping.
Where did this coon come from? God damn, she just slid on in the back of that one. You see this
Nolan
You see
Wells.
that Trojan?
There is brand new audio.
Hold on, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Ooh wee. Shawty cut y'all up real quick. Y'all don't want to talk about that stuff, do you? Do y'all want to talk about those things? Play it again. Hold on, cause she did. That was hot geranium right there. That was hot guacamole soup right there. Damn, hold on. I think I might have lost the video, cuz. Hold on, being too fast, moving around too much. Hold on. Let me see.
That just gotten released.
I think I
Y'all.
think I lost that one. That was kind of on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Like I do this. I had to get him though, cuz I had to get him. You know what I'm saying? Had to get him. Oh, if you don't know, that's all I do. Look, this is one right here. Look at this. Father is sentenced for murking his 12-year-old son and attempting to get the teen daughter. I got a plethora of devils for y'all. By the way, that devil song, this devil song right here, let me go ahead and put that in the chat. King Doughboy, that's what's up. Welcome, brother. Let me go ahead and put that devil song in the chat. Let me see if I can pin that. We put that devil song. Y'all need to hear that, man. Because this song right here is finna go 30,000 times platinum. Because it seemed like the whole world is feeling devils. Like that's just it's just the right terminology. It just feels good, you know? Is it me or am I tripping or come on, guys? Is it me? Am I tripping? You know, I have been keeping it really light with the messaging, but sometimes I got to slip a couple militant ones in there. Right? A couple militant ones. Broski just coming right straight on down the middle with it. And you know, the P is for the people, right? So we got to see, you know, what the brothers is talking about on all levels. You see what I'm saying? But let's hear him out though.
Now we had Nolan Wells situation is taking place, right? Now we are not dumb. We already seen this country do the most foulest things, the most racially motivated things in the world. Now I know it got a couple videos coming out with a white boy making it seem like he had thrown Nolan Wells. They got video of it. Ain't no telling what they really got. But I know one thing. They got us fucked up. You know what I mean? Because y'all think we just about to just roll over and take this, huh? Y'all think we just about to keep sitting down and take this. Let me tell you, as a black man, I ain't having it. If my son don't make it home, you not gonna hear nothing from me. All you gonna have to do is watch the news in the surrounding days, because I'm gonna flush their whole house. I'm gonna flush their whole house. I'm gonna find them systematically or however I need to find them. And let's just say the red stuff on the carpet ain't gonna be Kool-Aid.
You heard him? I like somebody who can snap without snapping, but I like somebody who can snap without snapping. You heard what he said. This is how he feel. Let the brother say his piece.
And the red stuff on the walls ain't gonna be paint. You dig what I'm saying?
What?
I am not about to sit up here and look for justice. Stop looking for justice. Stop looking for justice. Stop thinking white people are our friends.
Damn. Is that how you feel, bruh? Damn. Coming straight on down the middle, huh?
White people have never been friends to nobody, not even their own white folks. White people don't even trust white people.
Damn.
So why would we ever trust white people? You should be hard up about your child hanging with a white boy and fathers, because Nolan Wells, I'm talking to Nolan Wells fathers too. You knew better than that to let your son hang with white boys. You knew better than that. But you're trying to run so hard away from black people and black women. You get this Chinese lady and you not teaching your son because he have Chinese, you think it's all good. No. Now where your son at now? A lot of you black dudes be too fucking weak for my taste. I'm just saying. All you seen Carmelo Anthony. His daddy was around. You seen his daddy was around. What he did? End up still getting slammed and bound. His daddy around Nolan Wells. He end up getting unalive. So you see these dudes with fathers, but they got some weak ass fathers. They got some weak ass black men nowadays. Like we ain't doing that. Like they know who to do this to. They know exactly what black men or black fathers to do this to. Stop thinking everything is so fucking kumbaya when we are being attacked on every front. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. Our whole family being attacked. All the black women going against us right now. They just don't see no value in the black man. I wonder fucking why. Where you think that talking point come from? Huh? That talking point come from the white people who systematically put this shit in movies, music, and on the radio. Music, movies, and on the radio. Visually, sonically. Visually, sonically, and with the TV is visually and sonically. So, why y'all don't understand black women? Because now I'm on y'all.
Oh no, see, he was good for a second. He got some other issues he's going through, and I hope him and his baby mama get it together. But yeah. The black women now, I'm on you too now. Yeah. Boy, shut up. Shut up, fam. You was doing good. You was all right for a second. You was cooking and you knocked the damn you knocked the thing off the stove. He was cooking, but he knocked the whole he knocked it off the stove. Listen, I'm not saying that we don't have any issues between us, as far as us in the community. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to be one that promotes any of that. That's just like one of my things I don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of other channels that be into that and that. Like when it comes to that, that's not what we own. We own unity around here. We own because we need each other. I need y'all. I need my sisters. My brothers need us. We need y'all. And y'all need us. We need each other. So hey, if you like Cut, let me tell you what his name is, because I don't want to stop your wisdom. It's Trending Topics 85. You can go check him out. That's a Facebook video. I'm just saying, yeah, we need it. We need each other, bro. No. You know what I'm saying? And that's a part of being on code too, right? They always talk about we divided and this, that, and the other, where there's just small practices that you could do, you know what I'm saying, that could keep us on code. Like, we do have the ability to just shut the fuck up sometimes, right? And like that's, you know what I'm saying, like cutting that's just something we don't have to hear. It ain't time to be chastising each other and all of that. Let us deal with that. I don't really like it in no public forum and all of that. That's my thing. I don't really like it in mixed company. You know what I'm saying? That's just off code. Because then once you do it in mixed company, then you allow other people to have a say-so about it. And I don't want to hear what you got to say about it. I don't even want you to think that I'm promoting such behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't perfect. It's some I like some ratchet every now and then. I think we all like a little ratchetness or a little this, that, and the third. The whole world do. So, you know, but it's a time and a place for everything. Now, it has come to my attention that we got a lot of trolls in the chat. Do we need a roll call? Look at them. Look, hold on, wait a minute. Cause they low-key like it. They really want to hear it. He like, play that Diddy song. Nigga, you know you want to hear it, cuz. You said you getting smarter, little Bram? Yeah. You know, I try to share some knowledge. I'm a thought leader. I gotta take that on, and I gotta worry about the things that I say and the things that I play. Although I'm not perfect, my friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a leader in thoughts, and we can all think, right? I'm not the leader of you. You're not the leader of me. I'm just the leader of what I say and what I think, right? Authentically what I think. You know what I'm saying? But I have a responsibility too in the things that I say, in the things that I project. And y'all ain't got to threaten me with no good time. We could just have a good time because it ain't got to be about them. Oh no. It ain't got to be about them. We got NYC in the house. Hey. We got Cali in the house. It's your time to rep where you from. This is what we do here on the Keep It P podcast. We got New York. We got Memphis, Tennessee. We got Los Angeles in the place to be. We got some more NYC. We got Buffalo in this joint. You heard me? We got Loco, Connecticut, Jersey, Philly, ATL up in here with me, San Francisco, the Yay area in the house, H-Town City, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Texas. We got Los Angeles in here. New York up in here. Ohio up in here. Dirty South Louisiana in here, you heard me? Boston, Ohio, Maryland. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Columbus, Ohio up in this thing. Philly in here. We got Africa in here with Wesley's mom. Let's wipe the little haters off real quick. Yeah, I seen the numbers drop. I know they can't stand it. The only ones that's gonna stick around now is the ones that's working. Now we get to see who the employees is. So that's Nora. Nora's on shift. Detroit up in here. We got Nora on shift. You on the floor dancing? Hey, Missouri up in here. We ain't forgot about you. Hey, matter of fact, let's do it. Can we get a roll call for all the dweebs that's working right now? Come on, dweebs, represent yourself. On the dweebs. Maryland, up in here. Just the dweebs. Can we get say here, all the dweebs, all of y'all that's working spam chat tonight, all of y'all that's working, you say one more time. Terry, say one more time. Give me some ones and we'll do it one more time. It's got to be for y'all. It ain't for me. It ain't for me. Russell in Detroit. We got San Francisco just tapping in. Daytona Beach still tapping in. Do we need to do it again? If I see more than 10 ones, we doing it again. If I see more than 10 ones, we doing it again. I got one already. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 6 ones. 7. Uh-oh. Just because Marvin put a 2 in there. Just because Marvin put a 2 in there. Marquisha, thank you, baby. Just because you don't run this podcast, Buster. Connecticut up in here. Vallejo. Miss Sheffield, thank you. Joy. Georgia. You a buster if you don't want to do it again. Arizona. King Doughboy. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. We love you so much. Diane said, yippee. Rose, good looking out, babe. DMV, Los Angeles, Money Mike, Manhattan, Road, Justice for Nolan Wells. Never forgotten. We love you, Nolan. Hartford, Connecticut. America is in here. Hey, they don't run this podcast. Y'all run this podcast. Talking about we can't do it. And nah, it ain't, you ain't a buster. You know, that's just like my word. That doesn't make you a buster. But if you're going against the grain, man, you can't be going against the grain. You seen all them ones. You got to put a 1-2 now, boy. On the 1-2 side of the game, see? And that's your problem right there. Africa up in here. Yeah, I know. I done looked into analytics. I done seen all the places that's really going down. For real. You know what I'm saying? They some busters. That's an old school word I'm just gonna hold on to. That and tight and dope. I'm just yeah. That tight and dope. I'm just gonna have to do those. Those are just gonna be me, guys. But anyway, here. I got a couple more to get out the dough because I want to make this point. You know the videos I be grabbing, be making the point because I get them all from everybody around the spectrum now. I get them all the way from around the spectrum now. And remember, I was telling y'all about that TMZ now. I was telling y'all about the TMZ.
Sam here, and I'm wondering what TMZ is doing. Charles on TMZ just says the only question he asks is why would they be doing this in the background of an audio knowing that somebody is on the phone with the C-Tow company? And the answer is, haven't you ever been drunk? Haven't you ever been around obnoxious drunk people who all they do is yell at the top of their lungs and they can't hear how loud they're talking? It's called inebriated kids. And here's
hold on, let me address the beat. Let me address the beat real quick. The beat is my beat, okay? I made the beat. I'm Jay Lava, the producer, okay? I haven't put the beat out yet. That beat is special, I guess, for the podcast now. So this the only place that you can get that dope. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So if you need that hit, if you need a little bit of that, if you need a little bit of that, you got to slide on over here. You got to slide. That's what you're gonna have to do. You know. What beat? That was a good one. You slide devil, you. Huh? You want some of that dope now? Yeah. You want some of that dope? Thank you. I appreciate that. I do a lot of creating. I just like to talk a lot, so that's why I do the podcast. But I do music videos, all that. So go check out the J Lava channel. It got a lot of me on it. So I can't be giving you all my secrets now, boy. You want to know how I flipped and dipped the doo dads? I can't be giving you all my secret. You just know that it feel good, don't it, boy? Don't it feel it soothe you down in the soul area, don't it there? Huh? Give you a good feeling on the good foot, boy. That's what happens to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I'm here for y'all. I'll be rocking these streams for y'all. So I'm here with you. but that music give you a little feeling in the tingly side, boy, don't it, boy? You get a little tingle in your fanny area, boy. Like, oh man, what are you talking about? uh man, look. I thought the thing is though, Chris, you got to think you is way before you really is, or you'll never be. You got to think about it real hard. You got to do thousands of videos before you got hundreds of people in your chat. It takes a while. For real, I ain't even gonna lie to you, boy. I ain't gonna tell you no stories, boy. What I'm trying to tell you is what I know, not something somebody told me. Now, there's some game for you. Put that in your back pocket, there, boy. That's what you do now. We got Queensbridge up in here now, on the twist and shout side of the game now. But hold on, Sam. I want y'all to hear this comparison that Sam makes with this TMZ, because TMZ been on some BS too.
Haven't you ever been around obnoxious drunk people who all they do is yell at the top of their lungs and they can't hear how loud they're talking? It's called inebriated kids. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter why, it doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter where. We hear what we hear. I don't think anybody is hearing something that isn't there.
No.
And TMZ, you've been like 3 weeks late on this entire case. You're still pushing the narrative you posted saying, oh, there's been other people who have drowned. Like, who is paying you guys to push this narrative? That's what I don't understand about it. And why, when Ben Crump is accused of lying, there's so much obvious evidence that he wasn't lying. I posted it myself from the United Cajun Navy. He went on Nancy Grace. He said he was fully clothed and face down. Why haven't you guys updated that? Why haven't you guys said Tate Reeves coming after Ben Crump is lying? Why are you not defending the right side of history? You're making us strongly question you, TMZ. And then again, like, why is anybody giving any validation to Officer Race Batum Tatum when we know this clown is just there to comfort white fragility? So TMZ, get your stuff together. You're way late on the game. The independent journalists like us, we're the ones on the right side of history and making this story still stay in the news so we get justice for Nolan Xavier Wells. You need to step up, you need to wake up, and you need to take that trash down. Secret Service Sam out, Samson for president of the world.
Yeah, I rock with Sam. He's been very consistent. I can tell you that. Cuz has been very consistent, because I'm looking to trip you up. You got to constantly prove it for me. And he's been very consistent. I will say that. That's it. That doesn't get you an invite to the cookout or anything. You just been consistent. Okay? That's all. That's it. Nothing else. Nope. Just you've been consistent. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But look, so look. So now, does it hit the same when the black person say it?
Now, TMZ, I've been giving y'all the side eye throughout this entire Nolan Wells investigation because of how y'all been reporting things. But now I'm starting to notice a pattern. Is y'all cool?
What doesn't make sense is why would they, if they had something, if there'd been foul play and something happened to Nolan or someone did something to Nolan on that boat, why would they be talking about it loudly while he's on the phone to a tow company?
Because they were all drinking and their prefrontal cortex are not fully developed, so they make bad decisions. I mean, isn't that obvious? But why are you not questioning why the tow was canceled? Why are you not questioning why they went to Fort Bayou before they went back to the original place where they left? and then back to Fort Bayou? Why are you not questioning why none of his white friends who we last saw him with have come forward besides one? Those are the questions we need to be asking. I also think it's weird that y'all still have a post up about the Cajun Navy accusing Ben Crump of lying, but you haven't put out the evidence that shows that they in fact did say that Nolan Wells was found fully clothed. And it's available, readily available.
Todd Terrell Nolan was face down, still fully clothed on the beach. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. He was face down, which would have meant that he drowned. Now, when we say he was found fully clothed on the beach, it was in the same vicinity of where he possibly drowned.
Now, I'm also concerned about why y'all are playing the audio from the emergency call with music in the background, when it is clearly available without any music.
Didn't I say that? Nancy Grace did the same thing.
So people can actually hear what is being said and make their own decision about it.
Detail assistance, Vicky.
And this is outside of the fact that y'all keep pushing headlines that say that he drowned and there's no cause of death that has been made clear to us. Also, y'all keep putting black people in front of us to talk about the loss of Nolan Wells, as though that's supposed to change the way that we see what is happening, especially someone who is a known antagonist to the black community and we all know is biased. I'm just confused. I'm asking questions. Now, I wasn't going to say nothing at first because I was choosing to give the benefit of the doubt. But now that I'm continuing to look through all of the details that you all have put out so far, I'm questioning why you're reporting it this way. Now, TMZ.
So, and then when we want to put that all, look, then when we want to put that all in context, let's not forget who we talking about. Remember, I've been going through these series with her. Shout out to Tish. Tish been busting it down for the last couple days. But go ahead, Tish.
So you may be wondering why I am doing videos on things like Mississippi and different people involved in the case. And because I believe it's important when you're dealing with a case like this that is so unusual as far as all of the twists and turns and everybody who's been trotted out and specially set up with officer, as Secret Service Sam would say, Batum Tatum, to speak, it's important to understand everybody's motivation. It's important to understand the nature of the state that the crime took place in, because that state has such a rich and tainted history when it comes to racism. And so what I want you to be able to do is put together everything in its entirety. In other words, none of these, this is a puzzle. What happened to Nolan is a puzzle. And we need to be able to put all of the pieces together. And you need to be able to say, hey, that piece doesn't fit. This piece doesn't fit. Okay, based on what I know about the state of Mississippi, this piece fits right here. Does that make sense? So that's why I'm not just doing case updates. And I'm going to be honest, not all the updates I even do, because some of the updates I feel are so bogus and so baloney and so superficial that I'm not even going to justify doing an update on them. If somebody comes out and it's obvious, super obvious that they're lying, or a picture comes out and you can't see anything at all, you know, I'm not going to post that. But I'm going to post everything that I feel is relevant to the case. Now, I did make a mistake yesterday, and I did an important post before a lot of other people did it, but I mislabeled it. So I will be relabeling that post, re-editing it, and putting it back out later on this morning. So stay tuned for all of the twists and turns and updates.
Now check this out though. Now, you know, all the people, everybody, black people are not a monolith, so we all think different ways. And Shorty said she think it was an accident. Check her out.
That's me. Now, a lot of people ask me a couple of videos back, why are you saying it's an accident? Too much has happened in between the investigation, autopsy, statements, interviews, social media posts for it to be deemed anything else than that. Stick with me. The FBI has now said exactly what I said, an accident, and that this case is now going to the grand jury. And they're going to be hush-hush about it until they get the indictment.
But this is my thing. This is my question, and even for y'all over there in the chat. How did this accident happen? Explain the accident with them on the boat and the talk in the background. Explain the accident. I'm open to scenarios. I'm open if you could articulate it. It shouldn't be long and convoluted. It should be precise and to the point. But if it was an accident, how did it happen then? If it was an accident, why didn't the second autopsy get the neck then? If it was an accident, I'm just trying to process it all, trying to work through it. Okay. Boom, he hit the back, because the hit the back of the head is worse. The slipped on the boat and hit the back of the head is terrible. Because then what that means is he slipped, he hit the back of his head, and y'all totally ignored him. Didn't call for no medical treatment or nothing, which is even worse. And let the boy wither away. Is that what happened? Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, here we go. Him and the one dude, Bart, they wrestling on the boat, which would explain why they was taking on water and messed up the village pump, right? They wrestling. They wrestling on the boat. Is slippery. He fall and boop, hit his head. Total accident. They was just in the brawl. He hit his head. That still means that instead of calling for help on that phone, y'all let cuz wither away. Hold on. Let's take it back a little bit. Let's say they got into it on the island and some other white dudes beat the crap out of them with the pole and all of that in the back of the head. And they was like, come on, Nolan, let's just go, man. And then he died on the boat. Still. What's up, honey? Huh? I'm just saying. Work this out for me, man. Y'all smart. I can't think of another accident. I'm all accidented out. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Here go another one. They on the boat. They tussling. Somebody put them in the neck lock. They hit a bump, snap his joint. That still means that wasn't accidental. I can't even think about no accidents. Can somebody come up with a better accident? Can I get a better accident? Well, instead of my BS opinion, why don't you give me the accident? Wesley Pipes? Wesley taking pipes? Yeah, it should have been easy for them to say he slipped and fell, but that ain't what happened. And maybe Bart the punter punted him. And still, Richmond Cali in here. Still, listen though. What's the mechanism in which it happened? Come on, wait for some of these answers. I gave 3. I'm thinking pretty nice accidents, which still means to cover up. Explain the accident. Just give me the accident. T Bizone up in here from Los Angeles. Okay. Somebody, Lil Kim said drug related. I said this the other day. They gave him this is allegedly or just hypothetically. They gave him the fentanyl pack. He hit the pack and went out right then and there. Still, it don't matter. Because instead of getting him to the Narcan or instead of doing whatever you had to do, y'all let Cuz wither away and he died. It don't matter what you say he took. It could have been shrooms, DMT. It could have been anything. They watched him wither away and perish. So I think the gig is up. It don't matter what it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter what he had. It don't matter. Whatever happened, it happened, and they seen it happen, and they didn't do nothing from it happening. Because he didn't drown and the boat wasn't sinking. True. Exactly. I mean, it even could have been the hit him with the 1-2s and he fell back and hit his eye on some Cooley High. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Lil Kim, that yeah. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. However it go, they ass on the flow. Straight up. That's what I was saying. I don't think he took anything because he was going to training. I think that's just how they try to demonize him in the media because there was no other records or any other files to demonize him with. So the best thing to do is blame it on drugs. Yep, the body, it had to be placed there. And we know they skidded all around the world. We know it was 20, 30 people. It was 30 people with them, but spread out between 3 boats. There's another picture on the internet with both of the boats together. That's come out. I'm just saying, it is what it is, shouty dog. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's pretty cut and dry at this point. No matter what it is, somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail. Somebody got to go. And it sounds like a bunch of them. And notice how they trying to be like, but first they trying to be like, see, because think about what the plan was. You got to reverse engineer it. Let's reverse engineer it. If it would have went how they wanted it to, it would have been no foul play, right? Nolan just washed up on the beach. And that would have been just that. If they wanted it how if it went how they wanted it to go, Nolan went out with his friends. He came up missing. We found him on the beach because they could fake the toxicologies all day. I don't know why people's waiting on the toxicologies like that's a big deal, because you can fake that. But then if you fake, it's like, how do you fake it if you know you got somebody coming after you? That's another reason why I don't think they released it too, because they probably tried to fake it with he had alcohol or drugs in the system. That's easy to do. So it's really quite simple. Damn, this fucking fly is fucking pissing me off. It's really quite simple. If it went how they wanted it to go, no, it would have just been no foul play, and they could have said whatever. But oh no, it blew up fairly quick too. Social media got a hold of it like the very day. Like, it was everywhere. Quick. Then it was like, oh shit. Because then it was the big hurrah on the 5th when they went out looking and everything. And they had to hold the body down because he should have been found on the 5th, either floating out, because he didn't sink to the bottom because he wasn't that distorted and bloated and da 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 da. We know that. Then it was like, shit, we got to get rid of this joint. Then went back and threw him on there. But it is safe to say that the tow company, the everybody, you think everybody ain't got the word from the higher up that they don't question to do this, that, and the third. Just like that phone call with his grandfather. They calling in distress. They finna go down. But the call was made to say, nah, they aight. Nah, they go. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't think one thing is true for one thing and it ain't true for the others. You know what I'm saying? If anything, that shows you exactly how it worked. It's exposed. Because we get to see that it's exposed. Just like they needed a damn near what got them into the mess is her talking about the toe, and they had to produce the toe. Then they had, and I said from the beginning. Now listen to this. This is the thing. They didn't necessarily have to be where they said they was on the coordinates and all of that either. That's one. Two, we may think the call was made on the boat, but it couldn't be because we still got that picture of the party and all of that they trying to cover up too. Don't think about the misinformation. Everything could be true, right? But then the way it sound though, the way they got back to the way they went all met back up after the shindig when they was all at the house together, do say that they was at the crib planning it out and making sure everybody got their story straight after what just happened. And then they had to figure out what they gonna do with the body, and who better to tell you to do with the body than the judge. Go clean. First of all, go clean that boat out. We got some guys that'll take care of this. Y'all just go clean the boat out. We'll take care of this. They only got one boat's GPS, but it was 3 boats that was down. And everybody got boats. That was a ritzy area. They all got boats with water access. So you can talk your butt off about these accidents. Ain't no damn accident. You understand me? But I ain't gonna hold you. But I'm gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code, and I got 4 words for you. I need you to subscribe for the vibes. If you over there and you can't see subscribe, the end of the words, that means that you're on the portrait. If you can see all the words, then that means you're on the landscape. And if you subscribed and like and you coming back, then I need you on the landscape. Because I'm telling y'all, I'm about to stop doing this portrait altogether. Because that's really where the riffraff tap in at. I don't really see them coming in on the landscape. I think they work on the portrait, and I'm going to test it. So I'm going to need y'all to have your notifications on. I'm going to need y'all to subscribe because the numbers ain't going to run up on the landscape like the portrait, which means that we might have a decent stream and we can all be in here, you know what I'm saying, and be on something. How do I get to the landscape? You click on my face. That'll take you to the my channel, whatever channel you own. J Lava, Keep It P Raw. And if you look at the 2 videos, because they usually show me being live right now, it's usually the one with the least amount of views on it. The one with thousands of views on it is the portrait one, the one we on right now, because it just gets a lot. And thank you for asking. Now I need y'all to go ahead and like for the spike in the algorithm. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, by going over there to the portrait, that just supports the channel a little bit better, man, because they don't be paying nothing for them. I mean, the landscape is way better than the portrait on the revenue side of the game. Now you can like this thing. I appreciate that, Melinda, Miss Royale. I need y'all to like that thing. I need y'all to come back and hype that thing. You know they got that little hype on there. Spend a couple hypes with your boy for the week. You get like 3 hypes a week. I don't even know if y'all knew you had that feature. But you can hype videos. We need to get some of this black empowerment in them hypes. You understand? Yeah, that be people randomly scrolling, and that's how. See, listen, that's a trick I have to do as a black creator because they're not pushing these kind of messages. If we was talking about nonsense, if we was talking about, hip hop drama, then I could probably go to the top. I could probably run one of them programs really well. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Thank you, Veronica. Oh, thank you, my you Scott. Love you too. Appreciate you. But yet they ain't pushing these type of messages. So I found a trick to stream on two at once. You see? The landscape and the portrait. Uh-oh. Welcome new member to the house, y'all. Welcome Lil Kim to the house. Appreciate you on the looking outside of the game. You know what I'm talking about? And see it be stuff like that I'm finna start doing members only posts. And we gonna people outside people can't even see the members only joints. Can't even see them. Can't comment. Can't nothing. And I want to get to a certain number, and then that's it. Yeah, you see a lot of people do that, huh? Yeah, it's because, man, I found it out through trial and error. I ain't gonna keep it real, like, you know. And I don't mind telling y'all either, because you go do y'all streams too. I'll be over there in your stream if your stream's hot too. You know? Thanks, Chris, man. I appreciate that. But listen, I figured out that if I put them both up, I can get the ones in from the real side of the game, and boom, boom, boom. So I'm finna go on a mad blitz. I'm finna tell y'all how this finna go. I'm finna go on a mad blitz of just nothing but streaming for about a cool hot 2-3 months. Cause once you listen, this is what I want to tell y'all. Once you get the momentum, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta kick it into gear. Once you get that shine in the algorithm, they give you a little taste, you gotta go. So I want to make sure this is a George, I appreciate you. Unk alert. I like them ones. Yeah, I'm a unk, man. I'm gonna let unk, you know what I'm talking about. But I want to make sure I put this. I'm trying to put it up there because I got some great people I look up to, like Tariq Nasheed, like Black Alpha, like what's my man Afro Elite, brother Phil Scott. You know what I'm saying? Like these some powerhouses in the game. Oh, my inspiration, Torian Rain. I can't forget about Torian. Right? We got some Professor Black Truth, Jason Black. We got some real stomp down people in the B1 space. Josh Anderson, I just started really rocking with him. Sincere Love the God, I rock with him. O'Shea Dude Jackson. It's some powerhouses out here, man. There's some people putting out some real deal content. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But I'm just saying I'm paying respect and I'm paying homage. You know what I'm saying? To the stuff that I consume. I watch these people's podcasts. When I got a moment, I'm watching them too, because I want to make sure we all on code. I want to make sure the message is congruent across, you know, the B1 diaspora. That's the Sulans and the Freemans and whatever. We all Black Americans. And even the allies too, because not everybody's a tether. Let's not get that confused. Tether is an action. It's not just because you're a foreigner. So if y'all think that if just because they foreign, they're tether, that's wrong. Shout out to my niggas in Africa. Shout out to my niggas in Africa. See, we even got niggas in Africa over here on code. There you go. The Keep It P podcast is a bridge for that. Something I shouldn't be. I'm smoking this little fogger. It's a little e-cigarette joint. I shouldn't be. I stopped smoking Black and Miles probably like 4-5 years ago, and then before that, I stopped smoking cigarettes when I was 22. You know, but these e-cigarettes is a mental challenge. I'll tell you that. Nicotine is tougher than any other substance. I'll tell you. But I'm going to a pool party, y'all. Finna go kick it at the pool party, so I need to get dressed and go kick it. Sun just went down on the West Coast because it's hot as hell. But I'm finna go get in the pool, so y'all know I'm gonna be nice and refreshed. And I'm coming back tomorrow with 2. Make sure y'all go watch that 12-minute video I posted earlier today, y'all. I want the algorithm to see me start posting things, and then y'all will know you will know I posted it because it'll be way short. I'm gonna keep them between like 10 and 20 minutes. So I'm gonna need y'all to support my non-live videos too, if you would please be so kind, so kind. Other than that, love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the Doha for Shoha. You already know.